Hello, hello. Hi, Iman. How are you? Hello, Maddie. So, ladies, are you ready with your ingredients so we can do some cooking? Let me put it on YouTube here so that we can let me see. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Oh, no, no, no. It keeps taking me here and there and everywhere except where I want it to go. Let me see now. No. I hate this. I'm trying to look for YouTube, look for myself there, but I'm not there.
You are YouTube.
Let me see. Yeah, but all right. All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Love me some taquitos. Hello, I'm good. How are you? Okay. So Maddie, is Madison also watching? Maybe she can learn how to make some taquitos. All right. Okay, so I don't know if any one of you is going to follow along with me, but the very first thing we're gonna make is the chili sauce, and this is green chili sauce. Okay, we're gonna be using green tomatoes and chile serranos, which are these, and they're not very spicy today, so what I am doing is I'm using one of these red dry chili peppers. These are called chile de árbol, and the hubby likes, of course, his hot sauce spicy, so that's why I put in one of these. So we know that they're not spicy today because he's been eating them all week fresh, and they're not spicy, so that's why we're adding that. Hi, Angie. Welcome. So, okay, so if you want the recipe for this sauce, you need about this much if you want it to last like for a few days. If you're a big chili eater, you'll want like 6, 7, or more or less. Depends on how much you want. So as you can see, I'm using my what do you call it? The mortar, and it's in Spanish. It's molcajete. So I'm going to mash it with with a stone or whatever it's called, and we're gonna leave it chunky. I'm not gonna mash it way too much. Sometimes, whoa, it splattered on the screen. It went everywhere. I guess this was not a very good idea. Okay, I'm gonna have to cover that up when I need to. Let me wipe down and I am going to cover the keyboard also. I don't want any splatters on the keyboard. Just went on the table. So, okay, we're doing a little smashy here, and just make sure that you're going to boil them. You can also roast them if you like. Sometimes I do that. Just depends on what I'm in the mood for. So, so you boil your chilies together with your tomatoes, and you wanna. This time I boiled, I think, about 5 green tomatoes. So you'll want to take the skin off of the tomatoes, and these tomatoes have loose skin. kind of like the husk from the corn. So you pull them and you wash them really good, or rinse them really well. And also you add some salt. And you will add some onion or fresh cloves of garlic. Or you can wait and add the garlic later, like right now. But I'm going to be using a little bit of the powder. Hola, Angelita. How are you doing today? Let me see. How's everyone? And then also, so it's very simple to make. And then at the end, once you're done, mashing it, and you add a little bit of the water that you boiled your chilies in, and your tomatoes. And so you don't want it to be very runny. It's more like, this is more of a chunky sauce. And that's it. It's very simple. Then at the end you add some cilantro for garnishing. So this is, I'm gonna leave leave it like that now. Now I'm gonna add the tomatoes. So here's my tomatoes in here, this little pot. And it is so I need to take this off of this one. And so just be very careful when you're mashing, because it can really squirt. So there. I don't think I will need the broth or the juice, because it's pretty juicy. I might have put a little too much. I'm going to take out one of the tomatoes. I think I need a bigger molcajete. I may not be answering a lot of your, or following chat a lot right now because of me doing this. Yes, tomatillos are the green tomatoes. And I was telling everyone last time that in Mexico, tomatillos are the red tomatoes, and these tomatillos are tomate. I mean, they actually is jitomate with a J. Jitomate. In Central Mexico. And did you hear that? The hubby? He's helping out right here with the terms, with the terminology. So yes, in Central Mexico, green tomatoes are tomatillo, and the red one is jitomate. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's going to be it. Now we are going to taste and see, because I did add some salt. I did add salt to it when I was boiling everything, but it may still need some more. So I'm going to ask the hubby to taste for me. Come and taste, please. On this, all you need is salt, garlic, and onion. You don't really need black pepper unless you love black pepper. How's that?
A little more salt.
A little more salt.
But it's good.
All right. I'm adding a little salt. And then we are going to mix it again and add some of the cilantro to it. Is it spicy enough?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. He liked it. He liked it. All right. So you can mince the cilantro or just pull it apart with your hands. I'm not going to put very much. By the way, these are really good. The little stems are really good to add to into the leaves. Some people don't like adding it, but it's also very good. You love tomatillos, Angelita? I do too. But you know what? I can't have tomatillos because of the acidity. They're very high in acid, which is acid is good, but not when you have stomach problems. So this is ready, everyone. We are going to leave it in here in the molcajete, and we're going to put it aside because now we are going to go into the shredding the meat. We're going to shred the meat. Let's up close. All right. Okay, so now we're going to put this aside right there where you can see it. And then we're going to shred the meat. And I will also explain to you the process of this. What is that word you keep using for the stone? Molcajete. I'll put it on here. Molcajete. Molcajete. Okay, so now we're going to shred the meat, and yes, I like to take most of the fat off of it. So the way that you cook your meat, the same way that you cooked when you made it for last time we made tacos. This is also chuck roast, beef chuck roast, and you cook it either in your crock pot or stove top in little water, covered. I always add the salt almost at the end because here's one tip, and I'm sure most of you know that do not add your salt to meats at the beginning of the cooking because that will make your meat or your steaks, anything that's meat, it'll make it more like rubbery. So if you want your meat to be nice and soft, you don't want to add the salt right at the beginning. And I need a little plate or a little bowl, something to put this. Here, I'll put it right here. It's okay. And so what I do, I like to cook my meat with I'll add some tomato because you can use the broth to make soups. As long as it's not too much broth, you can make some pasta soup like fideo or little stars or alphabets or anything pasta. And so I add the tomato, I add powder to it. You can also add the garlic cloves if you like while it's cooking, and a piece of onion. So gives it really good flavor when you do that. This one was last time I cooked a bigger roast. This time it's smaller. But I will be making 2 dozen taquitos. Um, it's the difference is that this one is made out of stone. The what kind of stone is this?
Volcanic stone.
Volcanic stone. Because I know the ones that they make here, they're made out of marble or granite. Yeah, these are the Mexican ones. So they're the more affordable ones. They're typical Mexican. So yeah, this one has a lot of fat in it. I don't like too much fat. Okay, so we're done. And also what I've already done, ladies, I did this ahead of time. I warmed up my tortillas. And I have them in here. Right there, covered. You have to make sure that when they're warm, they warm up really nicely because they can break apart while you're putting the meat on them and wrapping them. So we're done shredding the meat. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so our meat is ready. And now we are going to make the taquitos, okay? Let me just wipe my hands a little bit. Okay. Make sure that your hands are not wet when you are making your taquitos, because then you're gonna have splatters once you put them in the oil to fry. Oh, awesome, Angelita. Yeah, this one, my favorite aunt, which is not with us anymore any longer. She was like a second mom to me, and she gave me this. She gifted me this when I got married. That was 49 years ago. Why do you have one of those bowls to do the paper in? The paper? Oh, what do you mean? I don't understand your question, Angie. This is the mortar. This is where I made the chili, and you leave it there. Traditionally, that's how they leave it there, for display. And this is the meat, which I shredded right now. And what else? Okay, so now we have the tortillas right here. Okay, and then also I have my toothpicks. These are the flat ones. They're not pointy. The hubby brought these by mistake, and they do work. I tested them, and they do work. They're actually maybe better because they're not that dangerous. But so that's what we have. And I will be putting my taquitos on a platter. Oh no, not a platter. I have this right here. I have this tray where I'm going to be putting the taquitos on. Hey, you can put this one away. All right, so they're gonna be, this is gonna be on the, well, I guess I'll put it right here so you can see how I'm laying them on there. And then the tortillas, I'll put them on the other side. So let me give you a tip on the, when you make taquitos, you'll wanna make a whole lot of them, like several dozen, because you can freeze them. So see how I put my meat on there? Right across like that. You don't want your meat sticking out because then it's gonna go into the oil and that'll make more mess. So then you just roll it like this. And then you stick your and bring it back out like this. And you don't have to use a lot. I like to use not a whole lot, but enough meat. But also another thing on here, you don't have to use toothpicks if you don't want to. You can just hold it with the tongs and put it in this way, this part, you put it in the pan like that when you're frying it. But it is easier if you have the toothpick on there. So all you have to do is grab it, get some meat with your hands. You no need for the spoon. And then you roll it. That. When we had the restaurant, we didn't use toothpicks because what we did, we would make big batches of them, and then we would put them in the trays, big trays like this. By the time we made them, they were already, holding on there. So let me see, what are you ladies talking about? Why do you have to use those bowls with a paper? Paper? That's what I don't understand about your question, Angie. I know it says papers, but what papers? Does anyone understand what she's talking about? Roll it, roll it, roll it, yeah. Yes. So there you go. This is gonna take a little while, okay? I probably should have rolled half of the amount, and then just roll the rest along with you. Sure, it's much easier with toothpicks. And mine are a little fat, okay, because I like to put plenty of meat in them. I don't like to have a taquito that's like, oh, they skim on the meat. I feel cheated.
Peppers, not papers.
Oh, you're talking about peppers. You keep putting on their papers, huh? The peppers. This one, yes, of course, I can put it in another bowl. But this is the molcajete. That's where you Mexicans do their hot sauce. Not always. I mean, you can do it on the blender. But this is what they used to use when there were no blenders, or even still people. A lot of people still don't have blenders, so they use their molcajetes. So, Angie, you weren't here when I was mashing the tomatoes and the peppers, huh? That's why you're asking. Yeah, so it's like Yvonne says. Thank you, Yvonne, for explaining. Big gives. Jeez, Louise. Dang it. Aw. So there we go. I know that I go off frame. I forget and I just move my hand. So see? It goes fast. It goes fast. If you use toothpicks, make sure you take them off when your taquitos are ready. Don't leave them on there, especially if the kids are gonna be having some.
You fry them with the toothpicks on?
Yes, fry them with the toothpicks on.
And then remove them?
And then remove them. You can serve them like that and then remove it before you take a bite. Let's see. Wow, that is cool. I've never seen one made of volcanic stone here. They only make them in Mexico like this. I'm sorry, Angie. It's because you kept saying putting on their paper, huh? That's why I didn't understand. Hey, can you turn the stove on for me, please? I have a command to make tortillas that exactly. That's awesome. I do too, Angelita. I have my pans that I cook. They're made out of clay. Thank you. So yes, we're gonna be using one of these clay Mexican little dishes for the guacamole. So if you make plenty of these taquitos, you can freeze them and try to use your food saver to seal them. That way, they stay fresh longer. But if you don't, then you just double bag them in the Ziploc bags, and they're good to go whenever you're ready to cook them. It's always something very practical to have in the freezer because when you have company, you can say, "We're making you taquitos," right? So for plant-based peeps, you can use sautéed mushrooms, zucchini, and onions for the taquito filling. Pretty much any veggies. Yeah, that's true. For the vegans, I love all of that kind of veggie stuff, even though I'm not a vegan. But I can become a vegan because I love my veggies. I can do without meat. I don't eat a whole lot of meat, but I do eat some. Here at home, the hubby's the one that eats a lot of meat. If he's not eating meat, he makes a face. Every time I serve him and he sees no meat, he'll make a face. We are, Angie. So look, I'm almost done. 2 dozen. Angela, are you leaving? Oh, Angela. Okay, well, you have a great day, Angela. Hope everything goes well at the doctors. Thank you for stopping by. This is not very much meat right there. So the taquito will be skinnier. The hubby and I are going on 2-year eating plant-based. But if my mother invites us to dinner and cooks a meat dish, we do not turn it down. I know that's what that's the same as my daughter. They're vegans, but when they come down here, is it
Chicken.
chicken? Then they'll be, especially if it's seafood. Oh my goodness. But the one that is very, very loyal to his being vegan is my grandson. He will not eat meat for nothing. No dairy products, nothing. He's a true vegan. He stays loyal to his beliefs. And he's very young. He'll be 14 soon. But he became a vegan since he was about, I think maybe 8 years old.
He loves his steaks.
Even though he tells me, "Don't get me wrong, Grandma, I still love my steak." He says, "I just don't eat, I won't eat it. But I mean, I do crave it." He says, "I see it and it's like, But no, he has very, very strong willpower." So we're done, everyone. We're done with the wrapping. 2 dozen taquitos we make. Okay, so oh yes, you ladies and gents want to see some more Mexican mugs. These are called. See these right here? These are called jarritos. Jarrito. Angelita or Ivan? No, no one did. Maybe it was Angelita. But these mugs are called jarrito.
Igual. Me too. And jarritos.
Here they are. See? I just love these. You drink hot chocolate in these, agua fresca. Beautiful. Put it right there so you can see it too. Whoops. Okay, so now I am going to start warming up the oil, and I do have my cast iron pan, and so we'll do it there on low because we're gonna also start working on the guacamole. Yeah, that's why the hubby took it out, Ivan, because he saw your comment there. Okay, so I will turn on it's on already, but we need it on very low. Okay. All right. So let me bring the avocados over. So the way we're going to do the avocado sauce, ladies, today, we are going to, I am going to puree most of it. We will puree most of the avocado, but I will leave one whole. We're gonna add a little bit of one of them whole, so it's going to be a little bit on the chunky. I don't want it to be very chunky or very pureed. So we're gonna leave a little bit of chunkiness to it, okay? And let me give you a tip on how to, if you make a big batch of avocado, aguacate, or guacamole, if you want it to stay fresh, I don't know if you all know, but it's very hard to keep it, fresh when you just put it in the fridge. There's several ways of doing it, but the best way, not necessarily to me, I don't really like the look of it when you add this ingredient that I'm gonna tell you about, but it won't go bad as fast. So what we do is you can add a little, like a tablespoon of sour cream or fresh crema. And then it'll stay fresher longer. Or you can also do the plastic wrap. Eliminate the air, because that's what makes it go bad. The air that stays trapped in there. Yeah. So this is how I take the no avocado on yours, Angie? I can eat avocados all day. I just love them, love them, love them. And I don't throw the skins off. You know why? You already know why, right? Because I do my avocado dye with them, with the skin. So I will be adding some garlic salt, some salt.
Are you gonna make them all?
Huh?
Are you gonna puree them all?
No, I'm just taking the bit off. Okay, so let me go put these in the sink to the side. Yeah. Throw these out. Okay. Can you pick that up, Camilo? Yeah. Okay, so it seems like the oil's already ready, but we're gonna wait on that for a little bit. And I'm going to just get these ready to put it in the pureed avocado sauce, or guacamole in this case. Okay. Now I am gonna go to the blender, ladies and gents, to puree the avocado. Okay, and then I'll come back. You can also just make your avocado, your guacamole, just chunky, which I do sometimes. But in some cases, I just puree it, and I wanted to show you both today. Pureed combined with chunky. Okay? Right, we do that too, Yvonne. So here it is in the container. Now I'm going to add the salt, the garlic, and a little bit of water. Open for me. Okay, so I don't really measure, everyone. I'm sorry. I don't really measure, but you know, salt is to your taste. So for this, I'm gonna add this amount of salt. If we need more salt later, we add it. We'll add some later. But garlic, also you need like about a teaspoon to or less, unless you want it very garlicky. And let's put the garlic away. There's different ways of making a guacamole, you know. Sometimes we make it with tomato and we put all these different garnishings into it. Pieces of cheese, not in the blender though. That's when you're, you know, when you're doing it chunky style. You can add cheese to it, tomato, onion, cilantro, all of those things. I don't really like to add that, but some people do. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it. And where is my lid? Okay. I'm still here. I'm working on the blender. If you're gonna eat the whole guacamole in one day, sometimes you can also add chicken broth to give it some more flavor. Okay, need to use my stick. Ready. All right, I'm going to show you the avocado sauce now. And here it is. Voila. I am going to pour it in the dish here. Hi, Hi, Maddie. Tammy. Hi. So happy to see you here. Are you on your break, Tammy? So you do want this consistency on it. You don't want it depends. You might want it more runny, but I kind of like it like this because it won't make taquitos soggy. What I do need is this size wooden spoons. So I need to go buy me some of those. Now we're gonna add just a little bit of water to the blender. Just to take the rest of the cuts there. I love cleaning it all up. I don't like wasting anything. Oh, I don't have any small wooden spoons. I have big ones, but not the smaller ones. So let's see. Yes. Oh, me too, Tammy. Thank you so much for stopping by. So so you want everything salty. You can't have too much salt, you know. Okay, so now we're going to put the chunks of avocado in it, okay? Not this piece. This piece is rotted. So this is one way of making your avocado sauce or guacamole. I keep saying avocado sauce. And there, easy peasy. You can also, you should add, or if you want, black pepper, but I don't add black pepper to our foods because I cannot have red pepper. It's irritating. So let's see, I'm taking a little break. Happy to. Okay. All right, so now we're just gonna fold in the avocado chunks so that they don't get all mashed up. You don't need to do this, like I said. This is just a little extra way of making it. So the avocado guacamole is ready. Okay, so now it's ready. And here it is. Guacamole. Okay, now we are going to fry the taquitos, okay? Let me get the other camera set. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other side. Just press it really quick so that we can start frying the taquitos. All right, we're going to switch cameras. You ready, Hank? Okay, come on here. Let's see. Okay. No, that's not gonna. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so here's the taquitos. I'm gonna start putting them in the pan. And remember, you put them in with your toothpick down, facing the toothpick facing down, okay? Carefully, don't throw them in there. Just set them in there. Slowly. And the bigger your pan, of course, the more taquitos that can fit in it. Mine is a large one. But you do want to leave some room between them so they can cook all the way. Yeah. Okay. Then you have your tongs. Have your platter ready where you're going to be setting them in with some kitchen towels on there so that they absorb the oil, the extra oil. And see how it's not browned yet? So we need to leave them on there for a little bit. Okay. What you can do also, you can take a spatula and kind of, do this so that you can pour some oil on the top of the taquito. I don't really like doing that much because sometimes I make a mess. And I don't like making messes. See, you can do this. So when you do this, you have to be very careful also because the oil is very hot and you don't want to get burned. So if you can help it, just kind of leave them there for a little bit, couple minutes. Let me see if this is ready to turn. Ready. I don't like too toasty, but of course we all like our taquitos or our foods to be perfect, right? See this one? That's what you want. This kind of golden brown on it. There. It doesn't take long. See, this one's, the meat's trying to come out. Just put it against the edge of the pan. I think that my pan is a little more to the side. Okay, there. They're starting to shrink, so now there's room for more. So I'll move these that way, and then I can put some more in there. What is everyone saying? Veronica's here? Hi, Veronica. I'm sorry. I'm not watching chat too much right now. I'm frying. You want yours well done? Okay, these are almost ready. Just need to hide the flame a little bit. Not too much. You don't want to have it too high because then it'll burn the oil and your taquitos. So how many taquitos do we have in here? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. 13 taquitos are in there. Let me see what you're all saying, talking about. I hear you. I'm taking orders now. All right. Making me hungry. So this is the day when the hubby gets lucky. He gets a homemade meal. Oh boy. Just kidding. But the truth is, everyone, is that I don't cook as often as I used to or as much. I used to cook every day, 3 meals a day, but now it's just him and I, and I'm very busy, and so I cook. Either I make breakfast or I make dinner, but I don't make all 2 or 3 meals. Sometimes we have leftovers. Sometimes we just take out. Okay, so the way I'm gonna put the taquitos on the platter is like this to the side, so that the oil drips out, and we don't get very much oil in our taquitos. And also another tip is when you're doing this, make sure you drip it on top of your other taquitos or whatever it is you're cooking, not directly on the oil, because you will get some splatters because the meat is still juicy from the broth, and you will get some splatters there. So that's another tip for you. Okay, we'll put these aside and put some more taquitos in the pan. Let's see, where are we? Yvonne says, right, Hector? What did Yvonne say? Looking great. All right. The hubby can't answer you because he can't multitask, Yvonne. He's the cameraman right now. He's very quiet. You know, man. Man cannot multitask. Okay. Awesome. I think these other ones are ready. We're down to the last 3. Woo. And in the pan you go. All right. Okay, so we have the last batch. And let me do a little bit of cleaning here. Now, I need to clean the board. So that we can dice our, so you can have your taquitos with guacamole just like that. But we also like to garnish them with lettuce, crema, which is the sour cream, the Mexican version, and also diced tomato and some cotija cheese, which is the Parmesan kind of version of cotija. And the cilantro. So you don't have to do all of that, but it's very, very tasty that way, and its presentation is awesome also that way. Not only that, but of course, if you want to have a full meal, you have your traditional refried beans and your Mexican rice. And one of these days, we will do all of that together. Get ready for next time's next month's recipe, everyone, because we will be making chiles rellenos. Chiles rellenos with a red sauce that are baked into the red sauce. How many? Oh my goodness, Angie, that's an awesome question. I use a lot, honey. I use a lot of paper towels on a daily basis. Lots and lots, yes. I'm that kind of person. Thank you so much, Yvonne. And she says, you're doing a good job
Of what?
of helping,
Camera?
being the cameraman. Hey, Don. Not try taquitos. Definitely on my list next time I go out to Mexican restaurant. Okay, well, I hope that you go to a good restaurant because not everyone makes it the same. So don't get a bad impression if you think that if you don't like them there and you think, oh, taquitos are not good. Okay, not everyone makes the same. Okay, so we're ready to look at how beautiful they look. Nicely browned. Golden brown is what you want. And the doggy is out there right by the door waiting for the taquitos, which she's not going to get, but she can smell them. And so now she's barking at everything and anything to protect the food. Okay, so I will show you. See, you can see the taquitos right there. There's 2 dozen of them right here. And I'm going to switch cameras. All right. And there's the taquitos. Yeah, she just put it right there. Okay, so we're done with that part of it. See, that wasn't so hard, right, everyone? Look, you can see the meat coming out of this one. I have enough for all of you. Right, Yvonne? Yeah. Most are not unless you do one of those little holes in the wall Mexican places. Those, for the most part, are. I turned it off, Angie. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to dice and, you know, shred, and I need to get this out of the way. Right there. There's your guacamole. Here's your sauce. And then here's your crema, like the one we used for the tacos last time. Can't open it. And then here's the cheese. This is the cotija, which looks like Parmesan. We have that. And we're going to shred some lettuce. All right, Yvonne. Anytime, Yvonne. Does anyone have any questions or any suggestions or tips?
See, like, Angie has a good tip.
There's a good tip? What is she saying?
Ranch dressing.
Oh, awesome. Yes, I love ranch dressing in a lot of foods myself. Okay, I think this is enough. Enough lettuce. And also we are going to dice a tomato. So this is the way I do my tomatoes. You do need a good sharp knife for this. Okay, and I think this is good enough also. And our cilantro. And this. Okay, so we have all of our garnishes ready. And now we will be serving and we will be making the hubby a plate. And all the rest will be to go, right? Oh, yes, I'm careful, Angie. Okay, well, I'm going to make him a plate so that he can taste it, okay? All right.
And the second one. The second one?
This one?
Second.
This one?
Yeah, that one's got my name on it.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Tiene que ser. No, hold on. Tengo que arreglar el plato. So now I'm taking the toothpicks off. Okay. Don't forget about the toothpicks, everyone. All right. Okay, so we have our taquitos there. We have our taquitos here. Now we are going to serve the guacamole on it, like to the side right here. We do it on the side. So we'll pour some like this. So there's the guacamole on there. And then some of the hot sauce, the green hot sauce. Also, right there.
6 seconds.
Next to the guacamole. Ooh, you should see his mouth is watering. He's like, eat, eat, eat. So there's a tomatillo sauce. And then we will put some lettuce over that. Not too much. He doesn't like too much. A little bit of tomato, diced tomato. And then a little bit of presentación. Little bit of the cilantro. Then also we're gonna add cream or crema. We also add the crema to it. Hold it up, hold the whole thing. A little dollop of sour cream or crema. And then we're gonna add the cheese. And there you go, everyone. There's your plate of taquitos. How's that, everyone? Yes, loaded taquitos. Okay. How does everyone like this? Yes, thumbs up or thumbs down? Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Dawn. I do this all for you, ladies and gents. Okay, so now the hubby's going to have a taste of it, okay? And he will let you know how he likes it. You need a fork? And a napkin. Good? You need to let them know if it's good or not.
Good.
Good or delicious?
Good, but it needs a little bit of salt.
Oh, okay. Him and his salt. There. It's delightful. It's delicious. All right. So that's it, everyone. And I hope that you can all...
Not too crispy.
And if ever you have any questions on how to make any of the recipes that we have shown here, just give me a message and I'll play you. I'll try to be as helpful as I can with the recipes. Okay. I want to thank everyone so much for being here, and hope you give it a try if you haven't. And thank you so much for hanging here with me. And hope to see you when, let's see, Saturday at Maddie's sale. Yes. And I think it's what, 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock. If I'm mistaken, Maddie, if you're there, please put in the link. And we will see you there. And then Sunday, I think she's gonna be live again. I'm not sure, but hope to see you next Friday, next Thursday also. And I also want to invite you all to come and visit us at Pamela Oxendine's sale, and I join her every month there. The next one, it's every first Monday of each month. All right, at 11 a.m. Pacific.
Well, except for this
So,
month because it's a holiday.
no, it's on the 7th. This one will be on the 7th. So, hope to see you all there. Thank you, guys. Hugs to everyone and blessings. Bye. Ooh, Yvonne has 13 videos posted. Awesome. Awesome, Yvonne. Bye-bye, everyone.